Peace, love, and light, Aries, and welcome to your general love reading. If you're new here, my name is Ty, and I'm super happy to have you. Hopefully, you'll take a look around, like what you see, and hit the subscribe button. If you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again. I truly appreciate all of the love and the support. Hopefully, you've already subscribed to the channel. You guys, if you're new to tarot and you don't know how this works, it is a general reading, so everything won't resonate. Please take only what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. Also, keep in mind that the roles are interchangeable, and you should place yourself and everybody in your story where you know they belong, because only you know where they belong. I just pick up energy, okay? All right, so we are going to get into this for my Aries gang. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. So if you have Aries in any of those areas in your chart, there may be a message in here for you. All right, we're gonna check in on your person's feelings, intentions, behavior, and actions, and then we'll check in on your feelings, your challenge, advice, and the potential outcome. All right, let's get into it. Spirit, tell me about the person on Aries mind and heart. Tell me about the person on Aries mind and heart. How do they feel about Aries? How do they feel about Aries? How do they feel about Aries? Tell me about Aries person. How do they feel about Aries? Thank you. We got the Five of Swords. A little conflict. Tell me about their intentions towards Aries. I feel really good, you guys. I feel really good. Tell me about their intentions toward Aries. What are their intentions toward Aries? Thank you. Ooh, we got 2 5s. Aries, you may not be feeling that good. Your person may not be feeling that good. We got 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. All right, so somebody's feeling rejected, left out in the cold. Somebody's feeling defeated. That's the word. That's the word. Isolated. Oh, we're not taking that. Tell me about their behavior and actions towards Aries. Whoa, 2. Behavior, this is not counterproductive. What is it? Like, this is totally opposite what we're getting, right? So we have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles as their behavior and actions. All right, we're going to keep that. Tell me about your feelings about this person. How do you feel? How does Aries feel? 8 of Swords. Okay, again, mental conflict, maybe feeling trapped, feeling stuck. What is the challenge for Aries? What is, whoa. Oh, I saw the Fool card. What is the challenge for Aries? The 8 of Wands in the reverse. Oh, I always say I'm not going to take reversals, and I end up taking the reversals, right? So 2 8s for you. Okay. Yeah, so something is moving really slow, or somebody's not moving. With the 8 of Swords and that 8 of Wands, I feel like you're not moving. You're not budging. Okay, and what is the advice for Aries with this situation? What is the advice for Aries with this situation? What is the advice for Aries? The advice is the 9 of Wands. Okay. And one more for the potential outcome. No, I'm not taking that. That's a 7 of Swords, though. I see that. The 2 of Pentacles for the potential outcome. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Oh, what is Aries? What the flim-flam is going on here? Like, what is going on here? All right. All right. So let's start off with your person. 5 of Swords for how they feel right now. So, you know, they could be feeling with that 5 of Pentacles as their intentions. They could feel they could feel a little stressed about maybe you guys got into an argument, maybe you know, there was some sort of conflict that you guys just encountered, and they could be feeling defeated. Like I said, with that 5 of Pentacles as their intentions, it could be that they either feel like they need space from you, or you've already given them that space. And so I feel like, you know, there's almost like this feeling of hardship and loss, right? Left out in the cold, the struggle, right? Maybe fighting themselves right now. A lot of mental conflict I feel here, a lot on the person's mind. I feel like also they could be struggling financially. With the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles coming out here as their behavior and actions, I feel like they want to offer you a new beginning, right? So something happened here. It could have been that they did something here to kind of like they messed up in some way, you know, like it could have been an argument that they felt like, you know what, I can't do this, I'm gonna move away from this. And so instead of like confronting it, it could have felt like too much for them, could have felt like too much for you. Okay, again, flop the roles the way that you see fit. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, I feel like this is a desire to offer you something solid, to offer you something real. I feel like this person it could also be that this person is feeling like they don't have enough to give to you, okay? Maybe you're somebody who's more successful than they are, or maybe you just demand more than what they're able to give, and they could feel a little defeated in that sense, right? Like, I don't think that I have, you know, enough to offer you. But with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles coming out as their behavior and actions, I feel like they want to offer you something solid. I feel like they can see a future with you, a future that's fulfilling, something that is stable, right? And so I feel like that is what they would like to do, or at least what they are considering doing as best as possible, right? With the Eight of Swords being your feelings, I feel like you feel a little stuck, maybe mentally conflicted over whatever this situation is. It could be that you are juggling a lot. Maybe, you know, you're doing a lot, have multiple jobs, or just got your hands in a lot of things, or maybe you're just stretching resources right now, right? So if for those of you who are in a relationship, I feel like this is two people who are struggling to see eye to eye because of issues with money. So maybe experiencing some financial hardship, and that's causing a lot of friction in this connection, where maybe you guys are not even talking to each other. You could be living with each other, but you're like, you know, just again cohabitating or just existing together, where you're starting to question, Aries, whether or not, you know, you can move forward with this, okay? Because the challenge is overcoming right now, like something has stopped, something or slowed down, right? There's like this delay here, this and with the Eight of Swords, this is literally like not moving, and there's a lot of mental conflict, right? But the Eight of Swords is also a lot about illusions, right? How are you talking to yourself? What are you telling yourself? Okay, with the Nine of Wands here, this is fire energy, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, as is the Eight of Wands. And so this tells me that with the advice here, the Nine of Wands is basically about persistence. I know you're tired kind of card, but it says, this is about like the home stretch kind of thing, right? Going at it again. So having patience, being resilient, it's like the last stand. So I do feel like you are exhausted. You go from the Eight of Wands to the Nine of Wands, is like, oh my God, I gotta slow down because I'm doing too much. There's just too much going on here. So it could be that you feel a lot of the weight of this relationship on you, whether or not that's like a connection that you've been in for a while, or something fairly new for some of you with those Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles, where you feel like, you could feel like you're putting in a lot of the effort and they're not doing much, right? They're not matching that. With the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck, this tells me that there is some conflict. There's been some mental conflict. There's been inner conflict. There has been verbal conflict, like you guys may have been arguing a lot, or just nitpicking, okay? It also could be that, you're listening to other people's opinions, or just too many people in somebody's ear. I do see the Wheel of Fortune coming out after I picked up that Five of Wands. So I feel like things can start to turn soon, right? For the better. The Wheel of Fortune is good fortune, is good fate. Oh, look, and it came out. I'm going to take it because that was an accident, right? And it came flying out, right? So I feel like there's something here that is changing, things are shifting, right? So I feel like this person, if this is a new connection, this person might not have exactly what it is that you're looking for in terms of finances. They might not meet you at your status. And I know, Aries, that you could be a little bit uppity up. You could be a little bougie, right? You could be a little bit like you want the most, you want the best. I get it, boo. I love that. Me too. But I feel like the message here is like, if this is a new connection and the person like doesn't make as much money as you, or is not your ideal in terms of like as far as finances is concerned, right? They don't drive the fancy car, they don't have the fancy clothes, they might not, they might not be making, 6, 7, 8-figure salaries, but I feel like their heart is in the right place. And I feel like if they have, 10, they're going to give you 5 kind of thing. I feel like their intentions are there, but they are mentally conflicted. And they do feel a bit like they don't measure up, right? With the Wheel of Fortune, this says this is a good omen, okay? This could be, this is about fate. It's about good luck and good fortune. And I feel like, with that wheel, the wheel is turning, meaning things are shifting for this person, okay? And I feel like you're about to experience a different chapter. Look, the Emperor. It could also be that this person spends a lot of time, working or dedicating a lot of their time to work or a project that maybe they're not seeing the fruits of their labor. Like, sometimes when somebody's working on a promotion, their time is just occupied with work, right? And they're not seeing the income from that promotion, but they're doing all of the work and more because they have to prove themselves that they're worthy of getting that promotion and that raise, right? So I feel like with the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, there's potential here with this person. So if this is a new connection, I would really highly recommend that, you give this person a chance to show themselves and really show, give them the opportunity to show you what they can do. If they're telling you, hey, give me a chance, like if they lost their job, if it's somebody that you've been in a relationship with and they lost their job, or they lost, they had some sort of a loss in income, give them a little bit of time to get themselves together. Why the 8 of Swords here for Aries feelings? Why the 8 of Swords? Yeah, 3, is this? No, it came out in the reverse. The 3 of Pentacles in the reverse is you're not seeing eye to eye, and it's also about a loss of income, right? It's a lack of teamwork, and also like egos are clashing, okay? So, I feel like here the struggle is for many of you watching this, there's a financial issue and you're having issues in the relationship, in the connection, because you, Aries, if this is a new connection, are trying to figure out how to get past the fact that this person, maybe has a blue collar job and you're used to dealing with like celebrities. I don't know, I'm throwing something out there. Or if you're somebody who's in a relationship with this person, then you're dealing with the fact that they either had a loss of income, or something like their money took a hit here, and that's putting a strain on the relationship. Clarify the 9 of Wands for the advice for Aries, and then we're going to close out. The Queen of Swords. Yeah, so I'll say this, because Aries could be sassy with their mouth too. It's like sometimes you spit things out and you don't think about what you're gonna say. You just say it, and then after the fact you're feeling bad. You're like, oh damn, like I don't change. I stand on how I feel. Like I said what I said. I probably shouldn't have said it that way. But I still feel how I feel, right? So I feel like just be honest, be clear, but also, be mindful of the words that you choose. Yeah, here you are at the bottom of the deck. This is definitely Aries energy with the Queen of Wands. So I feel, and the Empress here. This is beautiful. Okay, so there is love here. There's the potential for growth. I saw the Emperor. So I feel like, you got a good person on your hand. With the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords and the Empress, I feel like you might be feeling stressed out because you're used to a certain lifestyle. And so I'll say, do your best to not take it out on this person, okay? Because I feel like a lot of what's happening with them, let me just clarify this. Clarify the 5 of Pentacles with the 5 of Swords for Aries person here. Clarify. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like there's love here, okay? Look. they are waiting on an opportunity, okay, or working toward an opportunity, and it's taking longer than it should have. And it, you know, you probably feel like, I don't know, like you seem full of shit. I don't know if this is gonna go through. I don't know. But I feel like it is. I feel like they are. You know, the Hermit here, they're trying to follow, you know, their path. They're trying to follow what makes them happy. The Two of Cups is not just love. This is an offer, okay? This is an offer that is like meant to be, okay? So if this person is waiting on a job or waiting on an opportunity or working on something that makes them happy, that fulfills them, the Ten of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck as well. It is going to pay off in the end. So give them time. I feel like their intentions and their heart are in the right place. But Aries, you are you want to get to the bag, honey, and I don't blame you. I think for right now, it's just, you know, with that Queen of Swords and that Queen of Wands and the Empress here, I feel like it's really important to monitor how you're communicating with this person, and also to do so in a nurturing and loving way, because I do feel like, you know, you could be very like quick, cut and dry. All right. So yeah, I get it that you're stretching your resources right now and you feel stretched, but that is going to change if you just stick it out a little bit more, okay? And give this person the benefit of the doubt. Be a little more supportive, be a little more nurturing. I know, I get it. You're trying to find the balance, but I feel like you're doing so much right now. You can't even get into the heart space. So I think that the message for you right now is to drop into your heart space and, you know, allow this person a little bit of time to get themselves together, you know, come from a place of love and compassion, and understanding. And I know that could be really hard when we are going through hard times. So this is a friendly reminder to, yeah, don't forget, you know, to be kind. You don't have to kick somebody while they're down, kind of thing. Okay, you guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please drop a comment down below. Let me know how it resonated, if it did, and if you enjoyed. Give your girl a like. It helps my channel. Also, I hope you already subscribed. If you didn't, I hope that you'll consider subscribing. And if you're interested in a personal reading or to follow me or following me on my other social media platforms, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. I love you all so much. Peace, love, and light. Mwah!